Okay, so here we are at the bounce exercise page, which is page 7 of the book. And this is one of the hardest things to explain to students, so I'll give it a go. It's hard to do on video, it's easy to do in person, so I strongly recommend going through this exercise with a teacher. Basically, the idea is we're trying to get out of the habit of burying the stick into the head, okay? So we don't want to forcefully bury into the head. We're trying to get a nice bounce happening. And the bounce, very much like you get if you're bouncing a ball, really. And try and get the stick going. There we are. So essentially, I'm bouncing this stick off the practice pad here, very much like a basketball. Okay, and how I'm doing that, the first thing you need to do is establish a point that the stick can really move around. A fulcrum is the proper term for that. So when you're bouncing the stick, it needs a point to move around. Now, quite often I'll see students gripping the stick too tightly and the stick won't bounce, or they may put their finger out straight, which stops the stick being able to bounce as well. You have to establish a fulcrum, and really it's down to your personal preference, what works for whoever's instructing you. As long as you get that bounce effect rather than having to play every note, we have success if we can get that bouncing happening. Essentially, that's what needs to be happening. Now, I'm causing the stick to bounce by hitting it with another stick. Essentially, what we're going to be doing is, instead of whacking the stick with our hand or another stick, we're going to be using our fingers to roll the stick round, not our arms, our fingers, to get a nice bounce happening. As you can see that, let me stand up and do it. So you can see the fulcrum. We need the fulcrum for the stick to be able to bounce. And you can think of a seesaw, really. If you've got two people sitting on a seesaw, you need someone to basically push their feet off the ground in order for it to come up. And the other person pushes back. So you can imagine that your fingers and this rotation here is the person on this side on the seesaw pushing their feet up. And then the other person on the seesaw would be where the stick hits the head and the energy comes into the head and then pushes the stick back up. So that's like person 2 is the drum head, or practice pad in this case. It's providing force back up. And then the person pushing their feet off on the other side is your fingers. So there's like a seesaw effect, if you like. So first of all, first exercise, very simple. We're just going to do 16 bounces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Or, as it's written, we have 2 bars of 8th notes, or quavers if you're in the UK. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the left hand, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Also work traditional. For B, we just have 1 bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Half a bar for C. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, 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 left, 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 right, 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 left, 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 right, 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 left, 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 right, 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 left, 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 left. So again, I'm not using my arms going, I'm very much bouncing the stick. Bit better. Then finally for D, we go between 8th note bounces, right hand to left hand, a bar of each, to playing right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. One, two, three, four, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And the reason this is useful is because really, when you're playing the single strokes, right, left, if I take one hand out, it's just the same as the bounce exercise. Okay, so getting that transition going is really useful. So that's a great way to play singles on a surface that provides bounce. So a practice pad obviously provides a lot of bounce. A snare drum doesn't provide as much bounce, but it's entirely possible. This would be a lot louder. This is also a useful exercise if you're playing on a floor tom as well. Obviously your wrists and hands will have to be more engaged to get it happening. But it's also useful. Just basically avoiding using your arms too much, because your arms, it's a slow muscle really. We need to get those smaller, quick muscles happening in our hands, wrists, just to get that happening. So there you go, there's the bounce exercise. I strongly advise going through this with a teacher or an experienced drummer, a friend, someone that can really put you on the right path with it, because it's very easy to get this wrong. And I've seen many people that are convinced that they're bouncing it, but they're going instead of bouncing. So really it's worth getting a second opinion just to see what's really happening. Okay, good luck with that.